Okay, another mastery topic that you'll be expected to know how to do by mid-quarter one, and you should have done a lot of this in geometry, is finding missing sides or angles of right triangles in particular. And later on, we'll talk more about the ones that aren't right triangles. But at any rate, on page 28 in your book, they have a very nice methods and meanings box that discusses both right triangles and non-right triangles. The mastery topic here that we're looking for is we're just going to do the right triangles. So I notice here that I am missing a side of the right triangle. I'm missing one side. And I know that I have this angle here of 15 degrees. And the side I need is opposite that angle. I also have the hypotenuse. So I need the opposite side. I have the angle and the hypotenuse. And so to determine what trig function I'm going to have to use, I see opposite hypotenuse. And I remember that my teacher taught me that the sine is always equal to the opposite divided by the hypotenuse. And I should say the sine of theta. And so I have all of the information I need for that one. So I'm going to say the sine of 15 degrees is equal to the opposite, which I don't know, it's x, divided by the hypotenuse, which is 20. Now I have enough information to solve this. Now I could not have used cosine because then I would have two unknowns. Okay, then I'd have to use Pythagorean theorem and it would be just way too much work. So this is the easiest bet. So I determined that by seeing what I have and need, and that's how I determined it was going to be sine. And now it's just a matter of solving. Okay, so if I multiply both sides by 20, I can get x alone over here. And I'd have to take out a calculator and plug in 20 times the sine of 15, in which case I get 5.2. And again, that's a side length, so it would be 5.2 meters or inches or whatever the units are. So that's how I do that problem. In problem C, the thing that I'm missing here now is theta. I don't know theta. So again, I need theta. The things I have the adjacent angle this time. Adjacent just means touching or next to. And I also have the hypotenuse. So the adjacent is 10, the hypotenuse is 11. And so now I'm looking for which trig function has adjacent and hypotenuse in it, and that was the cosine of theta equals adjacent over hypotenuse. And again, all of those are in your book on page 28 in that methods and meanings box. So I'm just going to plug in what I know. Cosine of something equals 10 over 11. Okay, now to solve for theta, I am going to have to take the cos inverse of both sides. So on your calculator, you should have a cos inverse key. Usually it's second cosine. It is on my calculator. 10 divided by 11. And I get about 24.6. And that's theta, so it's degrees, so my answer would be 24.6 degrees. So that's the other mastery topic for mid-quarter one.